Hey everybody, it's Eric from EPAutos.com, your libertarian car guy. This is kind of an addendum to the video that I just posted a little while ago in which I got distracted or had a Biden moment or something. But at any rate, I was talking about the cord, the power cord, and about what happens if you're unable to plug your EV in for the evening at home. You know, if you don't happen to have a single family home, if you park curbside or street side. But anyway, the thing that I forgot to mention was the cord itself. The last couple of EVs that I had, including the Volkswagen ID Buzz that I had about a month or so ago to test drive, did not come with a home charge cord. Turns out those things cost extra in some EV models, which I consider to be an outrage. In the case of the Volkswagen, it was like a $700 option on a vehicle that has a base price, I'm just trying to recall from memory, about I think $60,000, the base price of the thing, and Volkswagen nickels and dimes you for another $700 to be able to charge the thing at home, leaving aside that for the most part, unless you buy a brand new home in certain parts of the country, you're probably going to have to pay to have an electrician come out and wire you up a dedicated 30 amp circuit and a plug to be able to plug your vehicle in. And that's going to cost you anywhere from a few hundred to $1,000 or more, you know, in addition to what you spent on the EV. But the thing I wanted to mention with regard to this Ioniq 5 I'm test driving is that it did come with a power cord, and thank God for that, because if it didn't, I would probably only be able to test drive this thing for one day, as was the case with the Volkswagen, because I don't like going to the so-called fast chargers in the first place, because they're not very fast. I haven't got 20 minutes, 30 minutes to sit there and wait for the thing to get a partial charge. I've got a job and I've got things to do. It's a real problem, in my opinion, with EVs, and I don't like that they use that terminology fast, because it isn't. You know what's fast? Getting a full tank of gas in 3 minutes and being able to go back on your way. But there's a secondary problem, at least the one that I've experienced, and I know a number of other people have as well, because I've seen it complained about all over the internet. Not that that necessarily means it's true, but I do know that it's true because I've experienced it. Oftentimes you will think, oh, I'm going to go down to that EV fast charger at the mall that I know about. Well, you get there and you find out that it's closed, it's not working, there's some kind of a glitch. So then you go, uh-oh, I've only got so many miles of range left because I had expected to be able to charge it up here. So then you drive to the next closest one with your fingers crossed, hoping you're going to be able to hook it up there. And yeah, you can. And then you find out that unless you give them access to your phone by downloading the app, you still can't charge. Won't take a credit card. You're stuck having to download the app. Now, I know a lot of people who buy EVs don't mind that. It's not a problem for them, but I'm not doing it. I'm not interested in giving yet another corporation access to my devices to data mine me and whatever else they're going to do. So I had that problem. I wasn't able to charge up the ID Buzz at the second fast charger, so I limped the thing home, and then I couldn't charge it there, so it essentially became a 3-ton paperweight for the next 4 or 5 days until the delivery service came and picked it up. Now, with this Hyundai, it does come with a power cord, so that's nice. When I get home, I'm going to be able to just plug the thing in, and I'll leave it there until tomorrow. So it'll be charging for close to 24 hours, I guess, by the time I get around to driving it tomorrow. And even though at home on certainly on what they call level 1, which is just a standard household outlet, you're probably only going to get maybe 30 or 40, maybe 50 miles of range overnight. But for most people, that's enough. And if you did get the electrician to come out and wire you up the high voltage 240 volt level 2 charger receptacle, then you'll have a full charge the next day. It takes, it depends on the model, but typically 6 to 8 hours to fully recharge an EV using a level 2 charger at home. And it really does make the things more viable and practical, because you don't depend on those fast chargers, which you have to drive to. And you have to plan around that. I'm going to go drive down to the fast charger, which may be completely inconvenient, and then you got to factor in the wait time, which is very inconvenient. The only people I know of who have time to spare are retired people who haven't got anywhere to go, and maybe they don't mind sitting at a shopping mall or Walmart, for a half hour or an hour, because I'm just going to go do some shopping, and that's fine. Most of us haven't got time for that. This is a fast-paced country. It's why there's fast food, yada, yada, yada. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. So anyway, I just wanted to say kudos here to Hyundai for including the charge cord with the electric vehicle. In my view, it's sort of like including tires with any other vehicle, and that with EVs, having that charge cord is an absolute necessity for practicality. More over at epautos.com, the web's best libertarian gearhead site. Thanks as always for listening, and we'll have more for you again soon.